Say, America's all-entertainment network.
Welcome to the weekly meeting of the Liars Club. In attendance tonight are four of our charter members: Larry Hovis, Ann Elder, James Hampton, and Miss Betty White. Now, here's the man who'll try to keep them honest, the president of the Liars Club, Bill Armstrong.
Hey, thank you, Bill Barry. And hello, stars. Hello. What a good-looking group. Hey, gee, Jim wore a tie and everything. Isn't that neat? Yeah. 2 Emmy winners with us. Ann Elder, one of the top comedy writers in town, and the prettiest. Prettier than Pat McCormick by far, right? And from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Betty White, brand new Emmy winner. Boy, that's neat. Good to have you two with us. Did you ever win one, Jim?
No, Humphrey Bogart never won one either.
No?
Just a minute, pal.
But Jimmy was up for his beautiful performance in Longest Yard for
That's
the Golden
right, he was for the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't win that either.
Didn't win that either. That leaves
Should've.
Larry the only one.
Huh? What?
Hi, nice to see you again, too. Welcome to our weekly meeting of the Liars Club. These are four of the biggest fibbers in Hollywood. Trust me on this, I really know them. But right now, I want you to meet four people that are going to have to figure out what these fibbers are fibbing about. Bill Barry, would you introduce the players, please?
From Studio City, meet Susan Schofield.
Hi, Susan.
Hello.
From West Hollywood, Patricia Zoff.
Hi, Patricia.
Hi,
And from Glendale, Sheldon Baker.
Sheldon.
How are you?
And from Santa Monica, Norma French.
Hi, Norma. Welcome to all of you. Sheldon, you feel lonely in there?
I feel
It's a good group to be back. Yeah, I feel wonderful, right? Let me tell you how we play the game. You're going to be shown a variety of strange objects one at a time, and each one of our strange stars will tell a strange story about that object. Your job is to try and figure out which one's telling the truth. Now, the way we do it is we start you each with 200 Liars Club dollars, and I remind you, there it comes, remind you that you can bet up to half of all the money you have anytime during the game. And also in any round, if you happen to be the only player who correctly identified the star telling the truth, we'll double your winnings. All right, we start you off in round one with even money. You can bet up to $100 of your 200. Let's look at Larry Hovis, who's about to show us something cute.
This is the thing you take cigarettes. Actually, this is our object. And what this is, this actually spawned a very famous saying. A guy used to operate this. He'd put fabric in here and weave it. And he was kind of weird. You've all heard of Fruit of the Loom? This was a loom.
A loom.
See what I mean?
Very simply, a loom. Thank you. Ann Elder.
Well, actually, for those of you who are familiar with Henry VIII, this is,
Well, I mean, we
you know him intimately.
walked out together.
Henry VIII probably would have used one of these because this is, in fact, called a gout stool. And it works this way, and if you can imagine that this is my leg.
Oh, I imagined your clavas.
This is my leg, and this would be used to support the leg to get rid of the gout, and it's a gout stool.
A goat stool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. James Hampton.
Well, you know, this looks so much like the thing that they really have nowadays that I'm surprised if nobody gets it. But this is a very fine example of a thing that they used about 50, 60 years ago in Atlantic City and West Palm. The little ladies would take these down to the shore and stick them in the sand, put their towel over it, and it's a beach backrest. Maybe it goes that way. Maybe it's that way.
Beach backrest.
Beach backrest. Yep, that's what it is.
Remember him? He writes great music. Oh, Betty White.
Well, it does look like that. However, it isn't. I'll tell you what it is. As you can see, it's beautifully polished wood. It's very fine wood, and it's from an early edition of Rolls-Royce. It was one of their appurtenances, and there was even a leather boot in back of the front seat that it fit into. And it's simply a tray. It was called, the model was called a shooting brake, which was the closest thing to a station wagon that the Rolls ever made. And you take this out, and you could stick these down in the sand, and you could put your little picnic thing on there, the tray, and it would keep it from,
Put it back.
you know. Yeah.
Very nice. Let me recap those quickly for you. Larry said it's a loom. Ann said it's an old stool to use your gouty, put your gouty leg on for rest. Jim said it's a beach backrest. And Betty said it's an old tray from an early Rolls-Royce. There are the stories. How are you going to bet? First of all, Susan.
I bet $40.
$40 of your 200. Patricia.
I bet $40.
$40. Sheldon.
I bet $60.
Okay. And Norma.
I bet $50.
You bet 50. There are the bets. 60, 50, and 2 40s. All have 200 to start. Let's find out from Bill Barry what that item really is. Bill?
According to the Upstairs Store Antiques in Sherman Oaks, this is designed to help relieve foot pain, and it's called a gout stool.
A gout stool by Ann Elder.
Not by me.
Not by me. We're looking for a bet on Ann Elder. You bet $40. Susan, who'd you bet it on?
I bet on Betty.
You bet on Betty and a Rolls-Royce tray. Classy story, wasn't it? Patricia, $40 went to...
I bet on Ann.
You bet on Ann. Good for you. That's $40. Puts you in the lead with $240. Sheldon bet 60.
Oh, I bet on Betty.
You bet on Betty and the Rolls-Royce tray, too. And Norma, $50 on...
I bet on Ann.
You bet on Ann. Good for you. $50 puts you in the lead by $10. $250, $240, $160, and Sheldon trailing the field with $140. But we'll be right back and give you a chance to make some more money. First, we have to take a break for about 60 seconds. Then come on back.
When you have a cold, this is the focus of suffering. Where you want Dristan, where you clog, drip, throb. Dristan gives you extra relief. Many cold products contain antihistamine. Others add decongestant. But Dristan adds a third medicine to relieve aches and pains. An extra medicine to help more. Where you suffer more, Dristan. Extra relief at the focus of suffering.
When you care about people, nothing's too good, which is why I've been making homemade soup for years. But I've discovered a delicious soup from Campbell called Home Cookin'. Homemade style broth with tender chicken, celery, and carrots and noodles. It's the closest thing to my own, which is important, because if you love someone, a little thing like soup isn't a little thing.
Home cooking, a taste so close to home.
I still smile when I think about the bride's mom who came to me looking for frames to match a dress for her daughter's wedding. But we found the perfect frames. And then she changed her mind about the dress several times. Luckily, we have lots of frames at Pearl.
Pearl people not only know how to help you choose the right eyewear, they care.
Luckily, the wedding day came. Luckily, she only has 2 more daughters.
Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
You think that's true or false?
It's puzzling.
Why don't I know these answers?
It's challenging.
Let's see how much you know about showing off.
It's always surprising.
You just won the game.
It's the age-old game of love, but with a new twist. It's Love Me Not, where you don't have to play hard to get to win. The romance goes round and round and winds up right here on the USA Network. Today at 6:30, 5:30 Central. Good hedges make goofy neighbors.
Hey, you're in Bel Air now. Anything goes.
Oh, boy.
Sanchez of Bel Air. Fridays on USA.
Tonight's winning contestant will receive one of the following gifts. A Mexican Fiesta at Posada Vallarta, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. 250 air-conditioned rooms with exclusive beaches and private villas with their own swimming pools, created in authentic Mexican colonial style. Continental dining and native entertainment add to the fine service at the Posada Vallarta. Juliet's new solid-state electronic clock radio, the completely new concept using computer memory 24-hour automatic timekeeping, plus Juliet stereo featuring quad 4 switch for 2-channel or 4-speaker quad effect from Juliet.
Hi, we're back for round 2 of Liars Club. Well, we remind our players that Norma's in the lead with 250 Liars Club dollars. Patricia's second, only by $10 with 240. Susan 160, Sheldon 140. And this time in round 2, we're going to move your odds up to 2 to 1. There they go. Cute. All right. Turning quickly to Betty White.
Well, this is your basic blowgun, you know. Or if you're committing suicide, you go like that. No, really. No, listen, I'll tell you. You know what this is? This is kind of a dumb one. This is just a plain old curtain holder. I mean, you just put it up there with your, like you swag your drapes or swig your drapes or whatever, and you put it there, and you put the drapes through there, and the curtain goes through there, and it's kind of a curtain holder.
A curtain holder. A curtain holder. James.
Well, this is a piece of wood that
Plus $2.50 postage and handling to Country Christmas,